Hello, welcome to the third session of Dark Heresy, Dark Pursuits. Our team has been in combat for the first time at the last session. They all survived. I think there was only one injury, which might have been Becky. That was a slight injury. It wasn't nothing much. But you managed to capture the overall head of the smuggling group you were after at your meetup, and you sent a police team, I believe, to raid his base, which didn't go quite as smoothly as your operation. They found a combat servitor at the base that they were having problems with when you raided them up. So you have Holthane in custody. I think you're intending on interrogating him.
Quick question: is the battle with the combat servitor ongoing?
When you called, it was, yes.
And we just called, right?
You've just called. We can say you've just called, because I think that's pretty much where we ended it last session.
Yeah, so I think we very urgently need to extract whatever shutdown codes that servitor has from this guy we've just captured, this kingpin guy.
Okay.
Violently, if necessary.
So, do you? Who has any interrogation skill? Is there a persuade or a?
I do have interrogation.
Okay.
I do have interrogation and science if needed, but I don't.
Over to the guy in the SS coat.
Yes.
I can stand by the door and
as,
provide firepower if needs be.
I've got you down as in my head as the Starship Troopers guy, Carl, with the cards and the ferret.
Wow. Okay, so do you want me to roll an interrogation check?
Yes, please. Interrogation test.
Okay. So, which is on willpower, that I got a 53 already. I'm adding 10 because I got the 2 ticks. And yeah, I'm spending a fate point to make it a 73 base.
Okay. So you see what his
that's a 3, mate. It's a 3. 003. 7 levels of success. I know everything about him. And he's telling it willingly.
Yeah, well, his resistance was pretty low anyway. He needed a 30 or better to resist you, and he got a 46. Yes. What question did you ask him?
Isn't he the guy that we blew his kneecaps off?
That's right, and I did medical care on him.
Mm-hmm.
No?
You did. Yeah, you stabilized.
I thought that was somebody else, because we raided the house and we blew the guy's kneecaps off there.
We definitely got him in the leg. I'm fairly.
Yeah, once or twice.
I'm sure you shot him in the.
Maybe you've done it twice.
Mind you, most of the hits last week were to the legs for some bizarre reason.
For some reason, yeah.
That's true. We did roll to the legs a lot.
Just for the meme. So I'd say we're asking everything about the situation to this guy. So basically, how he acquires the artifacts.
We'll start with how to shut down the servitor.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
shut down
Let's
codes.
disable it ASAP.
Okay, so he sort of gives up. It's just the pain, I think, is probably making him more willing to talk than he normally would be. And he tells you that the shutdown code is Omega Black 3.
we don't have reason to doubt what he's saying, right? Because we are-
Well,
we
it's
will
not
hope
our
not.
lives. I radio it through.
And as you come out, as you radio up the other unit, again you hear a lot of gunfire, a lot of screaming going on, and you transfer your message, and you hear someone shout in the distance, Omega Black 3, and the firing stops.
Good.
I didn't expect that to work.
I'm just waiting for the master to say, and everything explodes. You hear just static in your earcom, and you see a little mushroom in the distance.
No, so he's been with your 7 levels of success. I mean, that's pretty good, isn't it? So yeah, he's give you the shutdown code. Yeah, shut it down.
Okay. So now that our friends and colleagues are able to raid your place, and you won't be able to actually get back to your place, would you mind telling us a little bit of give us a little bit of a rundown of your operation?
Well, it's fairly straightforward. I bring the stuff in by shuttle, and we get the papers work doctored to make it official.
Mm-hmm.
It's as easy as you could get.
Okay. I stick my finger into one of the gun wounds on his legs while I talk to him.
Okay, he screams at that. What are you doing? I'm telling you what you want to know.
No, I just wanted to make sure that you don't treat us like the idiots you think we are, because that's not what I asked you. A rundown of your operation. How do you acquire the pieces? How do you smuggle them? Of course, we know how you smuggle them. But where they come from?
Well, they come in from a space station. There's some groups off world that find it, ship it to a space station, and they get shipped in from there. 341 Beta Sky.
Mm-hmm. And who's this group?
Oh well, that's our group. We're all the same group.
Okay, so some of us are here dealing the end trail of the business, while others are off-world acquiring these pieces and selling to common folk. Anybody that asks for them. What's happening here?
We started off selling to the higher ups, but as we got more and more small pieces, they didn't want those. They wanted something a little bit more special, big, dangerous, and so we had all these little bits and pieces that we could just sell on for just generally anybody. We covered all the price from the shipping with the big pieces, and these are just, we could have given them away and still made profit, but we didn't. We sold them.
And this is all your idea?
Oh yeah, I was a smuggler. We'd have
must be proud of yourself.
If we knew the Inquisition was here, we'd have packed up and moved to the next planet.
Oh no, so sorry. I talked to the others for a sec, and it might be worth checking these coordinates that they gave us around the station to see what's actually there.
Oh, that's the lighter that they use for bringing the stuff in. 143 Beta Sky is a ship, the cargo ship that bring it in on.
I was going to say, I'm sure I'd heard that before.
Okay.
like giving
so,
reference before.
so I ask the gentleman the coordinates of the station where these artifacts are leaving from.
Oh, okay. The actual station. Okay, I have to come back to you on that one in a second. That's
Yeah,
a
don't
bit
worry.
further ahead. I have to
Please
look.
hold.
I haven't got any music to put on, but yeah, I'll get back to you on that one. So, any other questions?
Do you control the whole station with your faction, or do you have a contact there?
Just a contact. Same setup again. Fake paperwork, and it's easy.
What's the origin of these things?
Well, it varies. If we get we hear about something being dug up, and we go there and dig up some more stuff and sell it on. Just all over different planets.
But there must be a trend. The properties they have, or a general scope of where they come from. It can't just be random planets.
Wow, I mean, I can't remember offhand. There'll be a list back in the office.
Okay, then we need that list.
So what else do you need to know then? Because the
Who
list
do
is the
you
office.
worship?
A seemingly simple question.
he looks up at you. The Emperor.
Whom
I
do you
bullshit
really
on that.
worship?
Oh, we don't. We just trying to get by. Just trying to make money and make a living and get by.
Heathen.
So you worship money, earthly goods.
Otherwise, we end up like these poor saps on this planet.
You sound like a Slaneshi.
A trudging, dull life.
So we did ask him where the artifacts are coming from.
And there's apparently a list.
There's apparently a list. There's the coordinates of the station, which we know but don't. And
did he give us a name for this contact?
He did not.
Oh, we will need that.
Mm-hmm.
Please and thank you.
Mm-hmm. You have to put the other one for that. Right, you're moving on to the next book already.
Next book? There's books?
There are books.
How long is this module?
Oh, this is a short one. This is just the start one. It leads
I was
into
going to
one
say,
book.
we're on session 3.
I think they say books instead of chapters.
Oh, I see.
I really hope they do.
No,
Make it a bit more Sargaic.
Because otherwise we would have skipped a whole bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm. Let me just turn 300 pages.
Did we miss something? No, don't worry.
Yeah, the next one, the actual campaign this leads to is 146 pages.
Oh. 146. Jesus.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
we're getting through it. That's
I'm gonna have to read up on this and get back to you on those questions. I'm afraid.
no worries.
Traffic being traffic through the skill sector. Stable trade. I need that bigger. Mhm. Yeah, you may as well carry on asking your questions, and I'll find this and let you know as soon as I find it.
Okay.
Okay. If I can remember what we wanted to know from weeks back, but
I know.
it's kind of the
I'm not gonna
trouble,
lie,
isn't
I'm
it?
struggling
you
a little bit to remember.
you know there's another load coming in shortly.
Let's ask him about that then.
Yes.
Okay.
When is it coming in?
Yeah, when it's due. If they have already a list of potential purchasers.
Yes, everything, all the big, apart from the small stuff, all the big stuff is got buyers all lined up.
Who are the buyers? Because these people also need executing.
There is. Let me see. What's he called? Sominus Halbrail. There we go.
Somnius Halbrel.
Oh no, sorry, that's ignore that. That is the wrong person.
That is
No,
not appearing in this session.
You will need that name, but not for this bit. That is
We don't know about him yet.
That's a bad move. We're going to go ask every single NPC if they've seen this Somnius Halbrel.
Put a hit out on him.
Yeah.
Where the hell is this guy's name?
We don't know. We just know you're important.
Oh, for God's sake. I can't find it now. It was right here a minute ago. Delivery is in there. Oh no, that is him. Sorry, that is him. That is that's the guy. The main bit of cargo coming in is for that guy.
Okay.
It's the biggest thing they've ever smuggled in.
Well, A, we're a bit insulted, and B, we need to kill this guy.
341 Beta Sky is going to land on platform Tertius 9. At midday tomorrow.
Okay. So is that in about 24 hours? Or is it later than that now?
A bit later than that now. You probably got about maybe 12, say 12 hours before it.
Okay. All right, okay. Very well.
Can we have our link to the sanctuary, have a rundown of this guy?
Yes, you can. So you
in
can
order
contact
to
them.
assess the situation and understand if it is better to get him before.
Hang on just a sec.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Just so I'm walking through in a state of undress.
It's all porn in the Bates household.
Okay, so yes, so say we'll get back to you in a few hours on that because I have to search the records for his information.
Can't
But
we skip us to the front of the
essentially,
queue? It is urgent.
yeah.
We're on
Essentially,
bureaucracy. All hail the bureaucracy.
I know.
where's this? Should be here. Ominous. That's his bodyguard. That's the other guy's bodyguard. It's some sort of. I think. I was trying to find it, but no. I thought that was it. I can't say that because I'll give everything away. I think he's some sort of tech. No, he's not a tech priest, is he? Why can't I find it in this book? Okay, let's use the search feature. That's his. Oh, he's a tech priest.
The tech priest.
It's
Okay.
literally in the first line of the bloody chapter. I couldn't find it.
Always the way.
Yeah, he's a tech
What
priest.
does that mean?
He is.
Magneto.
He studies like the. He studies ancient tech,
And he's like
Okay.
allowed to.
and he specializes in hollow imagery.
In what?
Hollow imagery.
Okay. Does that mean he's allowed to be looking at Xeno stuff?
He's allowed to be looking at ancient tech. Yeah, not necessarily Xeno stuff. No.
Okay.
But he probably does anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. We'll purify him later.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so. Yeah, so the main item coming in is for him in this shipment. Actually, he what's the whole thing will say this was to be their last shipment before they moved on. They're going to make so much money out of this.
What is the item? Like, how big are we talking?
It's like a sarcophagus, like a big.
That big. Okay.
Yeah, a little bit bigger than human size, obviously, because obviously it's just something sort of. If it's a sarcophagus, it's bigger, so a person could be inside of it. So it's a little bit bigger than human form.
And Somnius Halberd knows that this is Xenos tech, yes?
Oh yes, this is not the first piece of kit he's bought. He's always been one of their
Okay. Well, yeah.
Biggest customers, one of the first customers, one of the most avid collectors.
I see. Do you have anything useful you can tell us aside from what you've already said?
No, I don't think so.
Well, that's unfortunate. Anybody think of a reason we should keep him alive?
Oh, I can think of many reasons for not keeping him alive.
Well, obviously, his sentence is death. But I'm just want to make sure that we're ready to execute the sentence.
I'm ready to.
As it's a fairly terminal sentence.
This is me as a player asking the question, but are we actually in place of executing a sentence, or we should just bring him in front of some sort of trial?
If you want to execute him, no one's going to criticize you for it.
And it's
can
the
do
right
it.
thing
But
to do,
our
isn't it?
superiors.
The only person that would actually tell you off is your inquisitor.
But would he? Because I think it's
But
the
would
right
he?
thing to do, isn't it?
Probably not. If you think you've got all the
Yeah,
information from him, then probably he would not. No.
Right.
Yeah, I'd rather not kill him.
There's one
outright.
alternative. If you're not ready to kill him yet in case he could prove useful, then I suggest we hand him over to the police to interrogation. Tell them the sentence is death, but if they wish to interrogate further for any of the things they want to wrap up,
You can
they can
hand him
hold
over
him
to
now.
hand him over to your friendly cop, Tumbert. I mean.
Yeah, so the police can hold him for now. They can extract any additional information they need for their own investigations. He has a death sentence pending over him, and we'll be executing on it later, unless we have to rush off, in which case we expect him to be executed. But for now, we want him alive in case during the investigation, in case we need further information from him.
Okay. So
there's no like this man's been in touch with Xenos. There's no justification for him living. We don't know what heresy he could have come into contact with. I'm a bit iffy about letting the police have him, to be honest, because like he is a heretic.
Definitely. No, yeah, I do actually understand your point of view, but I would rather have my butt covered if in the future we might need more intel that he has.
Yes,
the
but
sentence would be death.
If he's been exposed to Xenos, we don't know what he might do in captivity to innocents. Assuming, of course, there is anybody innocent on this planet. Given its exposure to Xenos already.
We can have him like tied up, muffled, and chained.
Will that be enough?
I mean, the worst that we saw so far is someone picking out their eyes on their own and scratching their face. Also,
this man's been in contact with a lot more Xenos tech, though. We don't know if handing him over into temporary custody of the police could unleash something.
Not direct contact, as far as we are aware. I'm more scared about. He had these goods, but they didn't manipulate them. I would be more scared about the people actually doing the digging and the shipping, etc. This man just presented the goods to the buyers, so it's not really that much of a contact per se. And also, if he was actually in possession of some incredible powers and whatnot, wouldn't they have used them on us instead of having their legs?
Well, that's assuming he has any control over whatever the Xenos tech may or may not have done to him. That's the point.
That's a fair point.
That last one he was showing you was just basically an alien arm, wasn't it? So,
yeah. He handled it himself. He did handle it.
Well, Reggie,
actually tech. I mean, and the as far as you're aware, the orbs and things don't actually do anything. They're just because you don't know what they are or what they should do. That's why these people have them, to study them, to find out their secrets.
In order for this man to be of any use to the police, he has to be conscious and he has to be lucid.
Obviously, you're
If he
aware
can't
that
be, then we'll have to kill him.
there are other nobles involved in the sable trade. That's what they call it, trade sable.
Yes, we do want the list of customers, don't we? Because we have to round them all
Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
up. A purge is required.
A purge.
So yeah, we want this guy's list of customers. That's why we did hit the 2 places, wasn't it? We want to get every name connected. It might be that we don't initiate the actual purge itself, but we do want that list of names.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you keep him alive for a bit longer then.
Yeah, we'll get every name we can out of him here. I appreciate that's not none of. You don't need to give us names. We've got the names related to the investigation that's ongoing, but we also do need to make sure every previous customer is rounded up and dealt with. And ultimately, the sentence for all of them is death.
Yes. Yeah. It would be. Yeah.
So yeah, whether we get that from documents that is hideout or whether we get that from him now, we'll spend some time now trying to get that out of him. But I'm also aware, from my recollection, we didn't particularly sleep the previous night. And if we've got a shuttle to intercept tomorrow, we'll have to rest soon.
And as when he comes over to talk to you about the prisoner, Turnback will also remind you that there is also his office you can look through.
Yes, so we should do that now. So, final vote on it: kill or not kill. Kill, raise arms. Not kill, raise arms.
For now.
For now, he's
Emphasis on
not
for
killed.
now.
Turnbull, can you put him into custody and hold him?
Yes, certainly. I can. We'll put him into some. We're getting watched 24 hours a day.
Good.
Obviously, there's some very powerful people that would not want him in custody.
If there's any like the sentence hanging over this man is death. So if anything kicks off, if there's any reason, any suspicion that he might be getting rescued or about to break out, then he can be executed. He is already under sentence of death.
Okay, understood. He says he'll take care of it himself. And so he gives the job of taking you over to their base, to one of the other sanctuaries, a lower rank.
Mm-hmm.
So they takes you over to a small hab block that they've been using in this area as a base. And they lead you in through a doorway and down a bit of a warren of corridors. And as you're going in, you can see that there's they set up a little area for eating and another little area for weapons practice. There's a corridor. They've obviously been shooting down the statues at the end that's been blown apart. You can hardly tell what they are now. And they take you through to a small 3 or 4 room little office. There's a bed in one corner, and slumped, blocking a little bit of the doorway is this servitor that they've actually removed the power cell from. And yeah, they show you into this little room he's been using as an office, a small hard lodge. And there's papers strewn everywhere in the room. A few data slates sitting on top of an old worn desk next to a tarnished filing chest. You can see old cargo manifests and scribbled names and addresses, all in handwritten hand,
Bingo.
scattered amongst ancient brittle parchments that sort of like look to predate actually Holthane's arrival. They're all spread out all over the place. In the top dresser, there's a drawer of the desk is open, and you can see a pack of IHO sticks, loaded sub-automatic pistol, 3 loose shotgun cartridges. And you look through the paperwork, and you can see records of at least half a dozen shuttle landings prior to this point. There's ones of names of several nobles and merchants, including your friend, the one that killed himself, Lance Gideon, is it? Gideon, do I call him?
Yeah, that's Gideon.
Lance Gideon. He's on the list as well. You can see that there is reference to this big shipment coming in tomorrow to this to the ship. And notice, is there? If someone does a notice, what's it called? Notice or investigate? I can't remember.
There is inquiry. No.
Inquiry, is it?
Well,
inquiry
that
is
sounds like
scholarship based. That implies asking
Yeah,
people.
that's talking. Scrutiny.
Scrutiny. Okay, yeah. Do
Yes.
scrutiny
Yeah,
rolls?
yeah. we can
Oh, I
scrutiny first.
should have put bloody points into it. I still haven't.
But I'm shit.
I got a 45. I can try and do that.
Okay.
I got a 9.
Oh
So
my
I
god! I
failed.
actually passed. I actually passed.
didn't.
I got a 6 under 10.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, I didn't pass.
Shame it
Okay,
doesn't
so-
really do anything in long term.
So, guys, passes. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, you're picking up bits of paper off the desk and reading them and passing them on to the next person, and they're passing you the bit that they just read, and you're going through the paperwork. And guys, what you sort of like look at a couple of pages, and you go back and look at another couple of pages, and you've noticed that a lot of the all shipping documentation is signed by one person.
Hmm.
Which is not our friend here, I assume.
It is not. No, definitely not. That is him there, isn't it? So, yeah, it's someone in the how do you pronounce that? Actorate Portus, so the office of sort of like inspections and stuff. That's the pilgrims. Oh, they hide their names in here. This should make them stand out a bit. Athenstern. So he is
Our corrupt customs officer is who he is.
Hmm.
So he is. Sorry, what was that, Cookie?
Oh, sorry, I was just saying okay because I was making my notes and saving the file.
Okay. There he goes. Yes. Oh, share something in common, there, guys. He's actually.
Prefect Gaius Antish. Is the capitalization deliberate?
No, it's not. That's just a PDF thing.
Right, 'cause
Copy and paste it in a PDF.
I have to fix that on my notes then because I can't have that.
He's the representative of the Adeptus Ministratum at the spaceport. So he's quite high up in. Yeah. He's quite high up in the.
I'm going to take down the whole administration.
So they are sort of representatives of the planetary government.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
but,
it sucks to be him right now.
Yeah, but he's the one that signed pretty much all of the paperwork.
Yeah. This may be more of a player kind of question, but I'm just thinking, tomorrow with this shipment coming in, does this Antishern guy have to be there in some capacity for it to actually go through properly? Or is it just a case of, oh, he signed it, so now it can just go ahead?
Whether he does it pre or post landing, you don't know, but he would have to be there to sign the paperwork. Yeah.
Okay, so without him, it can't go through properly.
No, it wouldn't actually come out of the spaceport. There'd be no paperwork to release it.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to report all the names to the Inquisition, so that if we die, this gets followed up.
Okay.
I think what we should do tomorrow, we're going to have to get some rest after this. And what we should do is we should be there undercover in the spaceport as that shipment comes in.
Okay, so the spaceport, call it spaceport, void port, is a hub of activity with ships landing every hour of every day. But there are, how are you getting into the port? Every portal from the city in is there's a checkpoint.
Right, and who mans the checkpoints?
So that will be, I don't know if it's checkpoint. Sanctuaries garrisoned at the checkpoint. Each checkpoint entrance is accessible to the main hive. They stop and question anyone wishing to enter, screening for those attempting to escape their oaths. For hive citizens, this means furnishing their oath cogs to either prove their debt has been fulfilled, which is quite an extraordinarily rare occurrence, or to show that their oath requires travel on the behalf of their master. So sanctuaries guard the main normal ways in and out, but also there are tunnels, loading tunnels that run between the low levels in the port. They can be quite risky because they're active. You can encounter guards.
If we've got tickets for a flight, we'd just be able to walk through, right?
Yes.
Even in the cargo area.
So
you'd have to do something to get into the cargo area. Yeah.
Right, to get into the cargo area and to platform 17, wasn't it?
9.
9.
That's just 9.
Oh yeah, Tertius 9. Yeah. So that's okay. So is it time? We've kind of overworked our policeman a little bit, and he's now guarding a thing. Is it time we go to the head of the? We know we've got a planetary government person tied up in this, actually, don't we?
Yeah.
But we don't. We haven't uncovered the head of the police, or at least the head of the police precinct. They must have the ability to pass into these areas.
Yeah, I think
operations.
I think the situation's reached a point where we can get them involved.
You would as an Inquisition, but you would have to.
Yes, but we don't want anyone to know the Inquisition's here. But we could go to the head of the police and go in as if we're undercover police. Because I think at the moment, what we know is this is not the police or not the sanctuaries that are corrupt.
Not you haven't. They might be, but not in regards to this.
Not in relation to this. Not in relation to the Xenos stuff. So I think we can safely do that now. and give our
Yeah.
poor, battered policeman a bit of a break as he's guarding our prisoner anyway, and also recommend it for accommodation.
So you're going to the sort of police HQ then, and
Yeah.
introduce yourself to like the commissioner as what it would be, I suppose. I don't know what they call it in this game actually. Yeah, you can do that. You turn up, and you obviously not going to next yourself prior to going to the police station, but you turn up there and you ask to see the commissioner, for want of a better word.
Sure, let's call him that. Make it sound more priestly, if you like, by saying "Hi, Commissioner."
Commissariat.
Commissar. There you go, Commissar.
Commissar. Just going to ask what a okay, that's probably not quite as high up as geez. Chief Sanctuary, High Marshal, or Warden General.
Yeah, one of them.
So yes, you go to the office and you ask to see him. How are you getting past like the gatekeeper to get into the office? Because I say, "Oh no, he's busy. He doesn't see people at appointment."
Lothos?
Oh yes. What about some?
Yeah.
I'm trying to blow his brain up.
The thing is that you need to help me decide what to do, because I don't have powers in that specific course of trade.
Okay, so you could threaten or.
Has anyone got inquiry? Because this sounds like the perfect time to use it.
I actually do. Fantastic.
Okay.
I do not.
And I'm quite good at it.
Okay.
I can make a roll.
You can make a roll. So you've got anything you can add into and make it easier for yourself. Anything
Just
for
remember,
bonus?
you can spend fate points to add the base 10.
Yes, I know. I think. I think I would kind of pull Lothos to behind me a little bit, just to give a more intimidating side. But it would be a case of framing it that there's something big going on, and if you don't let us see the commissar, then you are stymieing efforts of doing good for this planet.
Okay.
You know, kind of playing to his morals.
Okay. What's your role then?
You are not going to believe this. I got a 1. My overall score is 42. So
wow, that's very good. You're rolling well tonight. Wow, you're rolling well tonight. So yes, you talk with him for a short time, and you utterly convince him that what you've got to say is important. Whether it's the two standing with you, and you all look fairly serious people. Are you armed visibly or not?
Yeah.
Quite intimidating sight as well as convincing. And he sort of jumps up and he knocks on the door and goes inside, and the door shuts for a second, and he hears some voices, and he comes out and says, the commissar has 3 minutes he can spare you.
Okay.
before he needs to go to the next meeting.
We walk in and we say, "Cancel your next meeting," and show him our badges.
Mhm.
Okay, so he drops his drink onto the table and sort of stands up, open mouthed, and said, "The Inquisition. Shh! I didn't know you were here."
Nobody knows the Inquisition is here.
Nobody expects us.
Tomorrow we are going to be operating at the spaceport to close down an investigation, or at least that is the hope. And we wish to go in there without showing our credentials.
Oh, you'd want to alert any potential suspects.
Indeed. We are dealing with well-connected people on the planet above yourself. So this matter is not to be discussed outside of this room, short of organising the things that need to be done.
Ah, okay, he says. So, if I'm assuming that someone at the spaceport someone that works at the spaceport is your point of interest, I think the best thing I can do for you is if I give you some false sanctuary ID. Any sort of suggestion to the guards at the portals might find its way back to the person that you are investigating. There is a lot of activity in the port with bribes. We've tried to shut it down, but of course it's not all of the people at the spaceport.
We know who we're after.
Good. If you have a name, excellent. Do you need any backup?
Potentially.
Might happen.
You will definitely know.
Follow the sound of the screaming, especially if it's ours. Yeah. No, that would be a good idea. To have the ability to call upon lots of people in uniform would be a very good idea. We'll be so if we're getting sanctuary credentials, presumably we'll need to be uniformed.
Yes. Yes, we can sort uniforms out for you. That wouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
Excellent.
No, I think we can swing it. Just one other matter. I think we can give you a name that deserves a commendation for his assistance so far, and certainly has proven to be incredibly trustworthy. I think his career could do with
Right.
do with some metal slapped on his chest. Edwin Turnbert.
Oh, he's been aiding you, isn't he? He's not filed any reports on that.
Good. We told him not to.
Okay, so he sort of makes a few notes as you're talking in his pad. So I'll have to have a talk with him then. If he deserves some recognition, if you're praising him so much.
He's an honest man and has not let us down during this investigation.
Well, glad to hear it. Perhaps he has been overlooked in the past. Seen as somewhat of an oddball in the department.
We picked him for a reason.
Okay. So,
All right.
you can arrange either to have uniforms and ID sent over to your lodgings.
Sure. Do the sanctuaries carry particular weapons, or are they assorted?
They would carry particular weapons, to be quite honest.
Okay. What do they carry?
Probably some sort of shock stick and some sort of handgun. There might be some sort of riot gun. The shotguns are a thing, so they might carry a shotgun in certain circumstances. But you could obviously carry your weapons in a bag or anything with you. If you were like looking like you're going on to duty or something.
Yeah, I mean, I was certainly, and obviously, I'm going to talk amongst ourselves about how we actually plan this for tomorrow. So yeah, we'll have the stuff sent over, and we'll discuss it as a team. Anybody else want to arrange anything with this guy before we head back and make plans?
I can't think of anything, just as long as there's backup on standby.
Yeah, me neither, to be fair.
Okay, so my thinking is we just basically appear as off duty and as layabout as possible. You know, donuts,
Yeah.
maybe even playing cards or whatever. Right, we've been stationed on this platform or whatever, but we're not taking it seriously, and we basically, give that impression.
You actually will be stationed on the platform.
Is that unusual?
Probably would be.
Yeah, it can be like nearby
it's like
corridor.
Yeah, I mean, if you think of it as like an airport, there's no security where the plane arrives or anything.
Right.
Yeah, just at the gate.
Yeah, so we'll be wandering. So there'll be like a gate with several platforms, then, wouldn't there? And so we could be wandering around the area.
Yeah, well, this is more like landing pads for cargo. So think of the Mos Eisley landing pad thing.
Yeah.
Something like that. But there will be no individual guards for each pad as such, because the port is secure. The spaceport is secure.
Okay. We'll just happen to be very close when that ship starts coming in.
Yeah, sure. Sure, you can. So, okay, so you're going to go through just ID through the normal gate, and then go to close to the pad as you can. What are you doing about anybody else, the prefect?
Sorry, what are we doing about what? Oh, about this, the prefect. Well, my thinking is he's going to be on site. So when that ship comes in, that's when we sort of start nosing our way in, forcing our way through, and dealing with whatever it is we have to deal with.
He'll probably won't be at the landing pad. He'll just be in like a office somewhere, just doing the paperwork.
Okay, so how would it normally work then? So the ship would come in, it would offload, somebody would inspect it, right?
Someone would inspect it, then the paperwork would go to the officer.
Now, someone is getting bribed as that ship comes in to not inspect it and to take the paperwork straight through to the office.
Yes, there'll be someone. Someone's getting bribed, certainly. Yes. So let me see. So yeah, probably obviously the top guy doing the paperwork's getting bribed, and there's several bribes underneath that, I suppose. Yes, so he's located in the.
Does this place have like docking clamps that can lock a ship down?
It doesn't, but
I just watched a Star Wars show that had that. So
yes, I know. That's really funny.
Oh, okay. I don't know which one that is. I haven't
We
seen
also
that.
have it in Firefly called Landlocked, where it seems to
Oh,
happen
I never noticed
electronically.
that.
Yeah. It
Oh,
happens
right,
on
okay.
Mother's Planet,
Oh, right, okay.
and
I
it
forgot about
happens
that
again as well, but I can't remember which episode off the top of my head.
one. Mm,
It might be Ariel actually, where they do Bellerophon, where they do the sky heist with the trash. And
Yeah.
Yosef
I
Bridge.
remember that one vaguely.
Yeah, might be that one. I'm not 100% sure though, but yeah, they get landlocked a couple of times.
There is. I'll just read this bit of description here. This is about the spaceport itself. Some of the staff are generally ignorant of the corruption in their midst, while many others simply accept it as the status quo. The criminal oversights and activities of the authorities are innumerable, but can't read you that bit. But yeah, so the bribes are many for many different reasons, and it's sort of like the oil that greases the machine, really.
Well, that's another thing we could do. We could just once we could actually go onto the platform and receive the ship as dock workers just by bribing our way. Go in as police, get to where we need to be, and then actually switch to being dock workers and actually receive the ship. What do you think? Use the corruption against them.
I mean, when you word it like that, that could work.
We could get onto the ship, kill everyone, secure the Xeno artifacts, and then once they're secured, just walk over to the office and deal with the hang on, I've got it written down here. The prefect guy. Oh God, I've got so many notes that I'm struggling to spot it
What?
now.
Somnius
and
Halbert.
Prefect Gaius Antician.
Oh, that one, Antishome.
Yeah.
That's the head guy signing the paperwork.
Yeah.
Mm.
We'll deal with him after we've secured the Xenos stuff. Unless you want to hit both at the same time.
Well, my original train of thought was to go for the prefect first.
Mm-hmm.
If we go for the prefect first, that could at least cause a delay with the shipment coming in and properly making its way out.
So as the ship's arriving, deal with the prefect.
Yeah.
That doesn't allow any time for questioning, though. That just
No, it
means
doesn't.
execution.
No.
So it's basically that's mask off. We're the Inquisition. We're here right now.
Yeah.
You're found guilty. Terminate, and then head straight. It kind of depends a lot on how far it is from the prefect's office to the landing pad.
I mean, it's going to be in a different building, so say we'll just make it a nice round 30 minutes.
Yeah, it's quite a long time for the
Yeah.
It's
a lot
a
of things
huge
could
place.
happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if we dealt with the landing pad first, so we've got the Xenos artifact secured.
Yeah.
Or do you want to
the question is,
do you want to take a 5-minute break a minute and have a think about what you want to do and get a drink?
well, just one thing for the guys to think about before we take that break is once we've secured the Xenos artifacts, what do we do? Do we?
What? Yeah. Well, yeah. It's a fucking massive.
Melter bomb them, or
Mhm.
yeah, we don't know what to like. And we still got that other one as well that we need to do.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, the little
sort out.
handheld one, yeah.
Yeah. What's the protocol for that, Phil?
You would need to ship it off planet or destroy it.
So unless we can get sufficient explosives, and we don't even know if exploding it would be a good idea.
There are let me see. There are defenses to the spaceport.
So we could use them to blow the ship up once it's on the ground.
You could go up on the ground, coming down. I mean, anything like that. Yeah.
So how about this? We secure the ship. 2 of us go over and deal with the prefect. I can mind the ship in the meantime.
Okay.
And then once that's done, those 2 go and secure. It depends how close the weapon is to the landing pad, but
Well, I mean,
basically
yeah,
the stuff stays guarded until we're ready to blow the ship up.
yeah. I mean, the weapon it doesn't matter about range because it's used to shoot down craft in the
Yeah.
sky.
But we'd be shooting
It'll-
at the landing pad.
You would, yeah. But you could do that. I'll let you do that.
But the stuff needs to be stayed guarded until we're ready to do that. So that's have a think about that. Let's take that break that you.
Okay.
See you in 5. Here I am.
Hello.
We were doing some more conferring.
Oh,
Yes.
what's the plan now then?
Well, Becky had a thought.
Yeah, we had a
But-
little bit of a chat while we were doing the bathroom stuff.
It's not like it sounds.
It's totally like it sounds. He passed me his wet rag and everything.
Thank you.
I had a thought, right? But both, he blew his nose and passed me the tissue to put into the loo. So, see, everything's based in truth. Both of these encounters, whether it's with the boss guy or whether it's with the ship, both have the potential to go out of our control. So really, we want to handle them at the same place. So, only a slight revision to the suggestion I made just before break, but what if we go in as police, bribe the ground crew to take their places, we use that to secure the ship, but we also know that the corrupt guy, is expecting a bribe. So we simply ask him to come and get it. It's a big one this time and a bit special, and he's going to want to come and get it himself. And we just call him to the pad as our starting point.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
In fact, we could even get the pirates to do it before we kill them while we got a gun to their head.
Do what?
To call him to the pad.
Oh, yes.
I mean,
Well, that'd
they've
be
got
far
his
more
phone
convincing.
number.
Yeah.
Yes. Hmm?
All right.
I suggest we actually board their ship before we open fire as well. No, actually pretend to be ground crew, get them off guard, and wait for an advantageous position before we open up in close quarters. Ideally doing coup de grace.
Mm-hmm.
And they outnumber us.
Yeah, okay, if that's what you want to do.
We could try and convince them to hand over their weapons as well.
Ooh.
You know, no weapons policy sort of thing.
Yeah. What do we do with ours, though?
Well, I figured we were concealing them if we were wearing uniforms.
Yeah, so it's got to be like, well, we'll be ground crew uniforms, so we could just put them
Probably
in on
overalls.
boxes.
Yeah.
How big are our overalls? Got 3 guns in here.
Well, if it's got any kind of padding or tools in there and stuff, and
Could do.
bigger weapons
Could
could be
be.
hidden in a toolbox that we
But
could
you
be
could
carrying.
have kit to unload stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like forklifts or sort of anti-grav pads or something. Maybe you store stuff on there, in there.
Yeah. Absolutely. So we'll do that.
So that's what you're doing, is it?
I think so. Unless there's a better idea, but I think that's the best we've got, I think.
So I take it you're going to the port within good time. You're not going to leave to us.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
okay, so
Yeah.
you can get to the spaceport. You can show your passes at the gate and enter as sanctuaries. Everything goes fine there. That's not a problem. The police chief sent over your uniforms and stuff. Then you can enter the port. Where do you want to go from there?
I think
Sorry. I was going to say, the port is always busy, and the constant interorbital traffic results in an ever-present bank of exhaust and smog that hangs over the port, casting it into perpetual gloom The deafening roar of engines drowns out the shouts of labourers and even the augmented voices of overseers. And bionic auditory implants can be seen among many of the workers and residents. Many workers sport respiratory units, and those who do not frequently cough up gobs of black tar. The stench of burning polyethylene is everywhere. The port's facilities are home to a bewildering array of servitors designs, from permanently emplaced crane operators to maintenance drones that scale the vertical sides of landing platforms on spider-like limbs. Tech priests swinging braziers of sacred incense lead processions of adepts through the avenues, while gangs and voidsmen on shore leave accost passers-by in the hopes of a good scuffle. Dregs and stranded crewmen beg for alms, and stern sanctuaries patrol the most populous areas, ever vigilant for interference in consortium business.
All right. So once we're there, how long do ships typically stay at a pad? Because it can vary, right? They could be there a long time. So
Yeah.
we should.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a big ship, yeah.
Yeah, we should check if pad 9, Tertius 9, is empty now.
Okay. Yes, we'll say it's empty at the moment.
Okay. So is there ground crew here?
Not currently. You think they'll be arriving just before they're probably off doing service in another pad somewhere, and they'll come and arrive at this pad.
Be like an adjacent one or something, right?
Yeah, something like that. They'll have
We'll
pads
ask.
to do.
We'll ask. Who's doing Tertius? Who's doing the midday flight on Tertius 9? Random ground crew person.
Yeah, and they'll say, "Oh, yeah, that's my group." Is
Excellent. How'd you like to earn some money today?
always like to earn money. What, like a bonus?
Oh, it's better than a bonus. You get the day off and more pay.
You want something to go missing?
Just
Yourselves.
Yourselves and your uniforms.
Oh. How much?
Flash an amount of money that's like 2 weeks' wages or something.
Yeah, you can say a week's pay. Yeah,
because we know they're already bribed, so potentially.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of a conflict between them, and they accept your offer.
Have a nice day off, gents.
And they head straight for the nearest bar.
How predictable.
All right. So now we're ground crew at Tertius 9.
Yes.
Well, we don't finish the ship next to it, because that's a good point.
No.
We don't finish the ship next to it. We'll see if our prefect comes out beforehand. We could get him early.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I would
In fact, we
assume that
deliberately just stand looking at the ship. In fact, if anything,
I would assume he would send out some suborderly first before he actually comes out, but
yeah.
we'll see.
So, first you have to deal with the ship's crew getting a bit irritated.
Yeah, you have to take it up with the boss man, with Antishan.
And
Right.
the,
It's a labor dispute.
the control tower will be on about you clearing the pad for the next ship to come in.
No can do. Need Antishan down here.
Well, what do you need him for?
Labor dispute.
Labor dispute. The next call is from the prefect himself, and what are you not playing at? Get on, fucking clear that ship.
Get down here and you'll find out.
Well, what do you want me down there for? I can't do anything down there.
Some things can't be said; they have to be shown.
Oh, okay. Do me a roll then for.
Oh God.
What? It just occurred to me. Sorry.
This wasn't really part of the plan, but hey,
Well,
we're giving him the stick, not the carrot.
You know that plan you carefully come up with.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
On the toilet and everything. It means
It's
nothing
not
to you
that
now.
different. We can always just disappear off the pad.
Yeah. What do you need us to roll? Sorry.
Right, you need some sort of like persuasion.
What have we got?
I mean, there's the command skill, but I don't know it.
I do.
You skip all.
Yeah,
Does that
Schlippo.
work? Command?
That's more like commanding troops, isn't it? Is there?
Well, look, I mean, it's a skill on the skill list, and it's being commanding and it's fellowship related. I see your point, but why would it be on the character sheet if it's just about commanding troops? Surely it's a bit broader than that. It's my only thought on that because
Let me have a look at the skills at least. Where's charm? You charm. You can charm. You see.
charm. No, I don't have that, but I do have command.
We're not exactly charming him, though, are we? Come on.
If that's what you've got, then go on.
I'm just curious what the definition of command.
Yeah, I'm
is.
just trying to find it.
I don't think it does a description of the skills at any point, though, does it?
It does. It does.
Oh, does it?
Command. There's command. Command. Fellowship leadership. Use a half action for simple commands. Full action for more advanced direction. Often, a single character is unable to adequately resolve a crisis. Times, even the warband acolytes are inadequate to do for the challenge. Under these circumstances, the characters may need to rally a much larger group to assist, coordinating their allies.
So it's talking to a
So
group,
it is
isn't it?
troops. Or group,
It's
yeah.
command.
Yeah. Well,
It's gonna
Okay.
have to be friggin' intimidate then or something.
there isn't there is an intimidate
There is.
skill. Well, I mean that's a 21.
Well, I mean, I'll give you 10% because he's not expecting it.
That's a
31.
31. I
Anything
didn't
else?
get it. Not even close.
You could have spent the fate point. Give you a 41.
Oh, I was gonna say,
that's
please spend a fake
not
point.
even close. No,
Okay.
it's a bit of a stretch.
Okay. So he says, just get that bloody shit cleared.
Nah, we walk off the pad.
Okay. So you just and you leave the pilot of the ship standing in the door in the hatch of the ship, shouting at you, waving his fist. So you go to pad 9, do you?
Yeah.
Go to pad 9. Okay, so yeah, you have to wait a short time before you see. I forgot what I called it now. The ship spiraling down through the air towards your pad. It's a relatively small shuttle. It's not a big ship. It's not going to have a huge cargo hold. So it's definitely sort of interplanetary, not intersystem ship.
Before it lands, I'd like to secure the door or lock the door in some way so that they're actually constrained to this pad.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. That's not any problem.
Okay.
The ship comes down and hovers for a second before it slowly touches down, and as you see the feet sort of take the weight, and the ship settles down onto its pad as the smoke and steam clears, and the hot engines sort of tick as they start cooling after they cut out. The back of the ship, big loading door at the back of the ship, hinges down like one of those big helicopters. And you see a guy in overalls with his finger on the button, lowering the hatch. And he sort of puts his hand up as the hatch is coming down. What are you doing? Anything?
Do the salute back.
Okay.
Mimic it.
Yeah.
So it's quite dark in the hold. As the obviously it gets more illumination as the hatch comes down. And what you see along the sides, there's sort of boxes and crates stacked along the sides of the hatch. In the middle, there seems to be 4 people standing around like a sarcophagus on the floor of the cargo bay. They just seem to be standing there, concentrating on this.
Oh, that's not good. Are any of them armored or armed?
They don't appear to be. The loading guy, the one in the overalls, doesn't appear to be armed in any way, and the 4 people don't appear to be armed either. Now, what we're going to ask our friendly psyker for is a test.
To make a brain explosion test.
So, what you need to do is. So that's going to be 1-1. What do you go here? How many goes to the house? Oh, okay, there we go. So science test, please. And you have a plus 20.
I didn't get what kind of test do I have to make.
Science? Science, sorry.
Science. Okay, with an additional 20, you said.
Yep.
So that's on perception. Okay. That's a 68. That's 67. Yeah, it's bare minimum pass.
Bare minimum pass. You passed. Okay. Sorry. You become aware instantly as soon as you see the sign in front of you that something is very wrong inside the cargo bay. The 4 people are actually psychers themselves.
The people are psychers.
They are, yes.
Jesus Christ.
Put your mic down, Giorgio. I can't barely hear you.
Yeah, beg your pardon. Okay, I whisper to the others. We are so fucked.
Do we think those 4 people are containing some kind of psychic energy?
No, I do think that psychers are rare, and they got 4. Just unloading a spaceship.
Okay. Keep them on the pad and in the ship. I'll go up to the guns.
As the landing, the loading ramp hits the deck, the guy leaves the button go, moves to the back of the sarcophagus and starts to push it out, and all 4 psychers sort of follow it, walk with it.
Hang on a moment.
Yeah, I also put my hand to stop.
Yeah.
This is a very large specimen. We need to do some additional checks first before you bring it out.
You got to keep that on the ship for now. It's labour disputes and everything. There's chaos in there. You don't want to be heading out in there at the minute. It's full on gunfight in the corridor 2 minutes ago.
What, in there, really?
Spaceport's under attack by pirates or labour dispute or something, some kind of riot.
Well, we need to get this thing off the ship as soon as possible.
Why is that?
Leave it on the pad?
No.
No, you can't leave it on the pad. We've got equipment moving around in order to service your ship, right? What's the problem with it being on the ship?
Well, we've got to get back out of here. We've got a schedule to keep.
Oh, I'm afraid it's going to be a slow turnaround today. Who's next? Where are you heading to next?
Oh, back to what was it? Back to Capex Orbital.
That's where they came from, isn't it? We already have that name, don't we? Yeah.
You do.
Well, you might want to radio that you'll be late. Send a subspace communication or whatever. I don't know. Whatever term you spacers use.
He says something to one of the people standing around the coffin, and he doesn't reply. The only reply he gets is a nod. So he walks over to the back wall inside the shuttle and punches a button and speaks into it.
Hey, what's with the chanting, mate?
They're not chanting; they're just concentrating on this thing. They're just all standing around it, watching.
Yeah, but I'm going to say what's with the chanting, because I'm being a ground crew and I'm trying to obviously get information as best as I can.
And he said, don't talk to them. Just leave them be. They're busy.
Is this dangerous? Where's your landing on my pad?
Your pad. And he goes back to talking into the communicator.
Hey, I'm the engineer, I think.
Look at the name tag.
What am I?
Is there any sort of test I can attempt to discern what this sarcophagus is holding?
Yes, it'd be another science. A sinus science, sorry.
Okay.
You can put an extra 10 in it, give you an extra +30.
An extra 10, so that's okay.
Give you a fate point.
There's no need because it's 4 levels of success. 11 out of 58.
Oh, okay. So you get suddenly it hits you. Whether one of the psychers has been a bit distracted by the what's been passing between you and the ship crew, it's broken his concentration a little bit. But you get a real stench of warp stench coming off of this thing.
They killed the psychers, Lothos.
There's something utterly profane and terrible about the sarcophagus.
Okay. I get closer to Regia by mumbling something. Chief Engineer, sorry. I'm sorry, Chief Engineer. And I whisper into her ear, we need to blow everything up right fucking now.
Keep them on the pad. I'm running for the gun.
Okay, run for the gun. Okay.
Okay,
So,
not a chance to explain. That's fine. Perfect.
Inside the cargo bay, at the top, there's like a ladder at the back that goes up to a hatch. The hatch slides open, and the pilot comes down into the cargo bay. And he says to the bloke who's loading, he has a chat with him. He walks to the end of the cargo mount and says to Lothos and Gaius, what the hell's going on here? We've got a schedule to keep. Get this damn thing off my ship.
Can I see your credentials, please? Might as well start checking that through. It's going to be a while.
Into his top pocket and almost throws something at you.
Yep. And yeah, I'm just buying Regia as much time as possible.
Can we start unloading?
No, we already confirmed. No, not yet. There's far too many variables happening at the moment.
Yeah, it's strange out there. It's very dangerous.
Oh, fucking hell, he says. Well, we've got strict deadlines.
Well, so do we. So does everybody else here. We're just gonna have to wait, I'm afraid.
And we're not getting paid overtime.
So okay, Regia. Well, you want to get to one of
Get on
the
the big gun. I'm just going to blow the ship up from here. Powered down, isn't it? So it's not got any shields or anything. So boom.
yeah, it's powered down there. It's basically
Yeah, I'm going to aim straight for the psychers and the coffin, where that is on the ship.
Okay, in through the back door. Okay. So what is the rest of your team going to be doing?
Well, I was going to say, do you give us any sort of warning before you
Well, you
fire?
know I'm about to do it, and you're to
Yeah.
keep them on the ship. I'm not going to be aiming at you. I
Good.
imagine a blast is going to pass over your head by a few meters. But
Well,
I
that's
imagine
what I'm
there'll be
wondering, because
an
if there's a
explosion on the
ramp,
ship.
it's it's kind of a bit of a bottleneck for us, isn't it?
once the explosion happens, you'll be knocked backwards, so you'll be fine.
Oh, I see. Efficient method of maneuvering us after it's happened. I
Yeah,
mean,
so-
my intent would be to get to a place of cover anyway, because of course my forte is with ballistics rather than handheld, but we are also right next to the pilot, and I don't want to just leave Lothos to deal with him alone.
Well, I mean, look, if you think of it as like a Hercules or a Chinook with the loading ramp at the back, so there's a bit of a tail over it.
They're on the ship talking down to you on the ground. So
Yes.
I don't think anyone's next to each other there. So
No, you're at the bottom of the ramp. Or
Okay,
close to the
okay.
ramp, and they're up at the edge of the bay.
All right, okay, that's
Before you go
fine.
down the ramp, but you're still very close for someone shooting into a ship.
Yeah.
With
Well,
a-
even so, that's fine. That's fine. I think in that case, then I'll kind of dive down, kind of into the cover of the gradient of the ramp, and yeah, get out my last pistol.
Okay, and what is Lothos going to do?
Given that I am posing like the dumb one of the company, I will keep acting like a dumb person and act psionically if needed.
Okay.
So I will try to get to have a general look of the situation, maybe see if someone is acting weirdly, etc., and then lash out at them, but without using weapons or reaching for them as of yet.
Okay. So what we're going to need then is we're going to need some sort of dex roll for getting it away, and some sort of shooting roll that we hope is not going to kill everybody.
I have that covered. I will not miss.
Okay.
Don't shoot the psychers. Don't shoot the psychers.
I'm shooting the
Presumably-
sarcophagus.
Much better.
The
There is a dodge
strikers will
skill.
be in the blast area.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, the psychers are going. If you hit the sarcophagus, the psychers are dead anyway, and so
Yeah,
the crew,
exactly.
and the ship could possibly explode.
I don't intend to release my finger from the trigger until there is an explosion. So,
Okay, so if we can have a shooting roll and dex rolls,
Okay.
and
for the shooting roll, I'm going to use expert at violence, where I can just put a fake point in and not miss.
okay, fair enough.
There's a dodge roll, like a dodge skill. Do you want us to do that, Phil?
Yeah, dodge skill, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Now, in terms of the damage, I have the weapon tech trait talent thing, which increases the potency of advanced weaponry. I assume this gun platform is some kind of advanced weapon.
Yeah, it will be. I don't think my bridge weapons list would actually cover the mental
I-
weapons we have.
I
with
failed
this
my
load.
dodge.
It's a space
Yay.
Bofors.
So you're saying you?
It's a space Bofors. But so in terms of damage, I don't know what to roll, but I have the weapon tech talent, which basically increases the potency of advanced weaponry. That's what it says.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. And Georgia, what did you say? What happened to your roll?
I failed my dodge roll.
You failed your dodge roll.
Mhm.
Damn. And Jason?
By an FT much.
I am rolling so well tonight. I've passed by 2 degrees of success.
You've passed by 2 degrees of success. It's not too shabby at all, is it?
No.
Okay, so we're going to say the damage is going to be. That's a bit big, isn't it? That one. Okay, 3d10 plus 8.
the question is, would 3d10 plus 8 damage a spaceship? Because that's what this gun is for.
Yes, it will. Yeah.
Okay. Have you factored in the weapon tech increasing the potency before?
No, I have not.
That? Okay. So it's one of the worst rolls I could have done. 22.
Oops.
22. Okay, so what was your? Is that your weapon increase as well?
Weapon tech just says increases potency of advanced weaponry. It doesn't tell me.
Okay, how much?
I just wrote that quote from the book, but I don't. I mean, I haven't read it
Okay.
now.
That's okay.
I'm gonna have a little look. It might be that I have to. I don't know. Actually, do some technical stuff to the weapon to get it for right now. I was just.
That's one shot. How many shots are you going to fire?
How many does it fire in a round?
But you can do 3 shots.
Okay, and if that's using the full action, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and there's no way I can boost that.
In what way boost it? Got more shots.
No way. What I'll do is I'll do a second shot where I also use expert violence to automatically hit.
Okay.
So the first one automatically hit the sarcophagus, did that amount of damage. The second one, I can no longer say it's going to hit the sarcophagus because I assume that's in pieces. But it has hit. And that has done, I'm going to have to re-roll that because of one of my other talents. So that's 35 damage on the second hit. I rolled very well.
22
And then the third one, I'm just going to take a chance and roll percentage to hit because, of course, I'm going to fire it. But I'm aiming at the ship generally at this point.
Yeah.
So weapon skill 42. It's just, I don't think I'm getting any bonus pluses from the action, am I? Because it's a full action shooting full auto.
Yes, it's a full action.
I have shot the landing pad.
Okay. For how much damage?
I re-rolled that one.
It'd be the biggest one.
29, not quite the biggest. I believe that's in the middle.
That is an awful lot of damage. So it's 57 on the actual ship and 29 on the pad.
I do have a question for George. Have this page open. Did you fail by less than 10 on your dodge?
No.
You didn't.
I was going to say, because you could technically dive for cover and not take as much damage because you get a plus 10 and then
No, I failed by 30, I guess.
Oh dear.
Well, I didn't.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, the first couple of shots didn't miss, so is Lophos actually in the blast radius of that?
The weapon you're using is so big. You know, it's like you're using artillery.
He's hit by debris or something. Yeah. Sorry.
No, don't be.
Which we tried.
But I mean, he's not going to take all 57 points. That would just be silly.
56 of them, obviously.
So yeah, I mean, I think probably. Let me see. How many points do you have, Giorgio?
How many hit points?
Yeah.
12.
12. Oh. Okay, so
That's not
the first shot, you take 9 points of damage. Okay, which blows you off your feet. So you take less damage from the second shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's gonna fucking help, Phil.
So you're at 11 points of damage currently.
Fuck yes.
Okay, so you're on the brink of, but you can use fate points to instantly recover damage. So So, so you can see you've got 11 points. Lothos.
Only because I didn't act first.
Because you failed your die.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody on the ship, the pilot, the crew member, and the 4 psychers are dead. Okay. In the wreckage of the ship, Becky, you can see from your vantage point, you can see a broken and cracked sarcophagus sitting.
That's not enough. I'll keep my finger down. That's not enough.
Maybe wait for Lothos to actually get to cover first.
I'm not letting a psychic beast out. Cruel.
No. Keep shooting.
It's not your actual action yet.
Right, yeah.
So, so yes, without the psycher's mental ability to reinforce the effective stasis pod, and the crack in the capsule created by the awesome fire coming in, Damon Host takes the advantage of the lapse to break free. Rising up from the ship, it looks around for something to kill.
Uh-oh.
Damon Host is an utterly profane and terrible. A daemon host is created when a daemon is bound to the body of a human being, resulting in an unholy and devastatingly powerful abomination. They can only be created through a complex rites and ceremony. The host for the daemon must be a living human, ritually prepared. This is what you know from being an Inquisition for a daemon host, from what you know about daemon host being Inquisition. It's distinct from possession, and exorcism is not possible.
Okay, then how the fuck do we kill it?
The host body is consigned to eternal torment, and the daemon is permanently bound within its flesh. The host body alters to reflect the unholy entity within, with these changes becoming more and more apparent for the longer the daemon inhabits the form. Though incredibly rare, there are numerous reasons for the creation of daemon host. Cults sometimes bind daemon hosts, but despite providing a means to a more permanently inhabit material universe for most daemons bound, it is a hateful way of imprisonment.
So how do you kill it?
Yes, so daemon host rises up and scans around for something to kill, and I'm going to make a roll.
Hello.
And it's a 1. Sorry, Jason.
Oh, me. Okay.
Well, daemon host.
Well, I mean, if I see it, I'm gonna fucking shoot at it, whether it does anything or not.
40. Okay, so it's going to do something called Furious Assault.
Oh,
You
lovely.
can try and dodge if you wish.
I think I'm going to have to.
Okay.
He hasn't bought me dinner first.
So it's going to hit if you don't dodge. Because
Well, then obviously I'm dodging.
Okay. It's made its attack roll.
Fuck me. Great time for me to fail by quite a lot.
Where is Furious Assault?
Can I instead be shot by Regia instead? That seems like a better way to die.
Well, it depends on my roll. It might not actually kill you, I suppose.
Oh, it might! Oh, thank you so much for considering my survival.
Oh, anything to help out. What's that do? That's there. Demon Host. I'm looking for Furious Assault. But where is its Furious Assault? Okay, so where's its... Okay.
Wait, can I spend a fate point to re-roll?
That is a thing. Yeah, re-roll a test. You can.
Well, then I'm fucking doing that. Seriously.
Okay, re-roll. now I've gone to the trouble of finding the number I wanted.
No, I still failed. Okay, fine. Do your worst.
Okay. Roll that, which is going to be 5. That's 13.
That is more than my number of wounds.
You can spend a fate point to instantly remove 5d damage. 1d5 damage.
1d5.
Not critical though, sorry.
Oh, did you roll a critical?
No, I didn't. No, you're right, I didn't. No. So yeah, 1d5 damage. You can, if that will save you, you can do that. The same with Giorgio. If you want to roll 1d5, you can spend a fate point to cover.
Oh. Yeah, I got 5. Fuck yes.
Does that make you in?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's a 2.
2. Okay, so you're on 3, Giorgio, and you're on
How much did you say it was again? 13.
13.
So I'm on 3. If it's just normal addition rather than any minus doesn't count.
Okay. So you see this from your vantage point, Becky.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
Oh, shoot. I'm not releasing the fire button yet.
3 more shots then.
Yeah, I'm going to have to roll them all, though, because I want to save the last weapon pot. Sorry, the last fate point, just in case I have to save myself. But, so that's a miss, and a miss. Oh, wait. What are the actions for attacking again? Hang on, because...
Well, you are at a distance, so you're not going to get there.
Wait, is this guy a mutant?
Is he a mutant? No.
Is a cat? No. Right. Okay. No, it's demon. Yeah. No, I just got to keep shooting, haven't I? But unfortunately, I just rolled badly. So sorry.
Okay. So as I don't know if you two want to do any crawling into cover or anything. The demon host turns and dives off the platform. And from where Becky is situated, she can see it dive down the side of the spaceport and enter the tunnels beneath the spaceport.
Do I get to shoot it on its way down and out?
Go on then, yeah. If you want to give it another shot.
Oh God, yeah.
Right. You can only do 2
everything
this
at it.
time,
Okay. That's a terrible shot. Fuck it. I used the last fate point to score a hit.
Okay, so your first one missed.
Yeah. The second
Okay,
one's
right.
going to...
Sorry.
Second one, I'm going to blow the fate point to do my auto hit.
Okay, so you also hit one of them.
Yeah.
So,
Or...
where is it?
Oh, I forgot about my my armor. There's a thing as
okay.
well.
29 damage.
29 damage. Okay. Could you roll the first one as well, please? What's the damage on the first shot?
Damage on the first shot to something. I reroll both of those. I don't do low damage, unfortunately. Even when I miss.
Unfortunately.
25.
25. Okay, the first shot that missed scoots down to the front of the spaceport, or across the front of the spaceport, and hits a group of pilgrims that's just entering the space, exiting the spaceport on pilgrimage, decimating the whole group of them. The jubilant throng of people has now been blasted and burnt and smashed beyond all recognition.
Divinity does not prove innocence.
Oh, like that. Okay, 50 XP for that.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, and this thing, you hit it, but it disappears into the tunnels below the spaceport. Demon host has 29 points of damage.
Ah,
Damage.
You're a little bit better off than you said, Jason. You got more than 3.
Yeah, I forgot about the armor giving me 3 points.
Okay, so you've got 6 then.
Yeah, I'm at 6.
Okay, so we'll leave it there for tonight, if that's okay. It's
okay.
past 10. Very aware of Giorgio is getting late for him.
Oh,
I am what?
It's getting late for you.
Oh yeah, but it's no issue.
So we'll leave it there, and we'll do the hunting the demon house next time.
Can't wait to die properly next time. I got close.
I'll be better prepared.
Yes, I mean, killing the Psychers was basically one of the only things restraining him. I mean, it was a capsule that he was in, and the Psychers were reinforcing that capsule. So,
I get that the Psychers were keeping something in. I was just hoping it would die when we hit it with actual artillery.
But no.
Now we've got to do it without actual artillery.
no, actually, the book didn't predict anyone doing that. They predict you shooting the ship down on the way in, which also releases it. But
well,
actually getting it on the pad and shooting it while it's still.
there you go.
Okay.
Like actually directly aiming for the sarcophagus, but yes.
Thank you
So
very
it's
much.
only taken 80 odd damage so far, and now we've got to do it without the big gun.
Well, the sarcophagus took the main part of that damage. You've already taken 20. You've already taken 29 off the demon house.
Yeah.
Which, let me have a quick look. Oh, I didn't see that. Damn it. Okay. Where is its hit points? Oh, there. Okay. Well, you're not doing too badly.
So how many people does a demon host kill in a day?
How many people can it kill in a day? As many as it feels like.
Yeah.
Its damage, actually, I didn't. Is 1d10 plus 10 to the second power.
Right.
I did miss this last part, Phil.
Damage is plus SB. Is what SB is. I have to look at that. It's a type of damage, I think. That is its damage. That's
Plus 102.
no. That's what you call it?
10,
Yeah.
10
Typo?
times 10.
1d10 plus 10 to the second power.
So 10
Oh.
times 10. So 100. So 1d10
Well,
plus
100 is 100, 102. It's still a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're not going to survive any hits from that. Armor isn't going to work. I suggest a strongly worded leaflet campaign. Maybe a very aggressive T-shirt slogan.
From another planet.
Well, it has occurred to me that we could like just blow the planet up and eliminate everyone. But it seems a bit harsh when there's an opportunity to still curtail this before it becomes a big problem. However, it cannot allow a demon host to escape into their society, otherwise their society is essentially corrupted.
Yeah, the society is. Yeah, it's totally true. Especially the upper echelons are more corrupted than the
Well, this is very true. And just how much Xenos influences this planet had to be so far from the Emperor's will. It's got to be pretty close to a write-off, but one hopes it can be saved.
Yeah.
Policeman was honest. Worked hard.
I like how you say "was."
Well, we're not currently dealing with him.
Now, because I know you're not sort of like familiar with the universe. I mean, I suppose Becky is a little bit more than perhaps Giorgio and Jason. But this is effectively a newborn Daemon host. So it's in its weakened state now. It's newborn. So you didn't get its full damage. However, the longer you leave it, the more powerful it's going to get.
Yeah, it's got to be eliminated immediately. And reported to the Inquisition in case we die.
Which is authorized to call an exterminatus on this planet.
If you do that, the Inquisition will immediately dispatch a cruiser. Because if you die, so will the planet.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what we need to do.
Okay.
Just hope we can kill it before the cruiser arrives. So that gives us a deadline.
Yeah.
All right, let's end it there.
Let's end it there. Goodbye, everybody. See you next week.
Good night.
Bye bye.
See you, folks.